And then we go on to Vanderbilt and Derrick Mason, kind of shoring up where Kyle Shermer has already been anointed the starting quarterback going into his sophomore season. I think that's a good move for Vanderbilt to kind of get the ball rolling on that side of the ball. And after that, I put up the poll question: will Vanderbilt make a bowl game this coming up season? And I have 176 votes on our SEC breakdown account. 56% said yes, 44% said no. So, it looks like in a lot of people's minds, Vanderbilt is maybe turning the corner a little bit. Derrick Mason, he took reins as a defensive coordinator last year, made a big difference on that side of the ball. And toss it over to Mike. He can, with that Tennessee little Vanderbilt rivalry, a lot more towards Vanderbilt, in that rivalry name. But I think Mike can speak more to that Vanderbilt side.
Yeah, Dave, I'm not sure why people think Vanderbilt's going to make a bowl game. If you look at the teams they have to play, they have Tennessee, Florida, and Georgia out of the East they're going to have to beat. They have their traditional crossover with Ole Miss, and then they've got Auburn as their rotational team and Georgia Tech. I mean, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got 6 losses right there: Tennessee, Florida, Georgia, Ole Miss, Georgia Tech, and Auburn. So you're going to have to tell me which one of those teams are they going to beat. That's 6 losses right there. You're going to have to tell me why they beat one of those teams. All 6 of those teams have better talent and are better programs than Vanderbilt. So then to get to a bowl, they're going to have to win the other 6 games. And so they're going to have to win all the games against UK, South Carolina, Missouri, and a tough Western Kentucky team. They named Kyle Shermer the starting quarterback. Shermer played a little bit last year. They have a decent defense, a decent to good defense. Ralph Webb is a quality running back. But until Shermer can prove that he's an SEC caliber quarterback, or that he's a quarterback that can beat SEC caliber defenses, Vanderbilt's really looking at a 4 tops. I see a 4 or 5 win season tops.
Derrick Mason looked like a different guy to me than he was last year when he hit the podium. He looked a little bit overmatched, a little bit nervous, all those things last year. He looked like he belonged to this year. He was much more comfortable in addressing the media and delivering a statement. I think whoever the coach is at Vandy, and he being the latest example, are just a smidge offended by the questions that constantly bring the considerations and the disclaimers of what you have the academic challenges and considering the type of athlete that you have to recruit, all those sorts of questions. And he usually pushed back on those kind of questions to say, hey, we need to have elite athletes here. We are looking to win every game. We are looking to win championships. Not, he talked about that they took a large step, even though it was just 1 win last year. I think we would all agree they were a much more respectable football team at this level than they were in 2013 when they were losing to teams like Temple, a not good Temple team like the Temple of 2015, and losing by 3 and 4 touchdowns in those games. So he's saying we're going to take it from competition and competing at this level to actually winning the games and getting possibly to a bowl game, which Mike points out, if you really look at the way things shake out and the way it should play out, is still going to be an extremely, extremely difficult challenge.